Greetings, everyone. My name is Loot Bryon Smith. I am live, and I am part of the Consciousness Creator Summit. Today, I will be talking about, are you ready? Are you ready? No, I don't think you guys are ready. I will be talking about the past. Not literally, but getting over the past. Neutralizing the effects of the adversities of the past. That's what I will be talking about today. And I promise you today that after you are finished watching this live, that you will be more enlightened than you were before. I'll be teaching you some things. I will be sharing with you quite a few things and just reaffirming what you already know. So stay tuned. And before we get started, I want to try something different that I haven't tried before, which is actually going into this this live that I'm on my laptop and trying to share it into my onto my private page, my Loot Bryon Smith page, and my empowered, enlightened, evolved page. So I'm gonna try to share that. So bear with me, please. And while I'm doing that, I just want to thank everybody for coming, for being here with me. You know, those of you that are here, I want to thank you for being here. Because for number one, I know with all the social media, you know, and the radio and TV, you know, and all the information that's being, you know, thrown at us constantly. It's not allowing me to share. How do I do that? Okay, here it is. That all the information that's being thrown at us constantly, you know, we don't know where to go a lot of times. It's like this coming this way, this coming from this way. And I believe that we have to calm ourselves down and listen to our spirits and listen to our inner voice to guide us to where we need to be. And I thank you for, you know, even though you could be, you know, many other places. Let me grab this phone real quick. You can be many other places. You decided to be here with me. Just sharing this into my other pages, because I haven't done this before, and I want to show some growth. You know, so I'm showing growth right on this page, right on this live right now. So hopefully it shares, it works. I just shared it to my public figure page. Now I'm going to share it to my Loot Bryon Smith page. Where is that? Nope, that's not the one. Thank you for bearing with me. So, let me do this now. All right, here we go. I'm typing in that I'm live so that people that aren't in this group, that aren't in the Consciousness Creators group, can watch it, that are friends of mine on my page, on my pages. And I'm just sharing that. This is the last one. And I think we're done. So again, thank you for bearing with me. But like I said, my name is Loot Bryon Smith. For those of you that are just joining me, I create self-empowerment music, which is music that is intended to help you, to assist you in focusing on those things that are supportive of your overall well-being. And like I said, today I'm going to be talking about the past, getting over the past, the effects, neutralizing the effects of the past. Hello, Karina Sosa. Hi, Tony Doyle. Little Rosie Sunshine. Hello, Colette. How you doing? Thank you for being here with me. And I also want to thank everyone that has thus far supported my latest project, my latest album entitled Luminosity. I just received an email saying that it's doing very well on a few of the music streaming services, and that it's actually trending on a couple of them. So I just want to thank you for supporting me in, my music, because it makes me feel very good that I'm getting that out there, and I'm creating something that is helping people, not helping myself as well, but makes me feel good. Thank you. Hello, Livy. How are you? I see you, and thank you. But before we get started, like I said, I want to thank everyone for being here and for sharing your time with me. You could have been a million other places, but you decided to be here with me, and I will do my best to share with you what I am learning, what I have learned, and what I am learning that is actually helping me. Because what I share is things that are actually helping me. They're not, and most of them aren't coming just from myself. It's from reading, successful people, and just proven, time tested, thoughts. And not saying that I'm not successful, because I do firmly believe that I'm successful. First of all, I'm happy. I'm pursuing my goals. I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. So I feel like I'm very successful. So, I'm thankful. Brianna, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks. But let's get into it. Let's talk about getting over the past. Now, that can be a difficult subject for a lot of people, including myself. It has been. And, I'm still overcoming, things, and learning how to basically think and how to use the thoughts, what we perceive as negative thoughts and thoughts of the past, learning how to use them as weapons, as assets, versus crippling and debilitating, things. We can use those as assets. And I'm learning, and I'm going to share with you a few methods that I'm incorporating into my own life that may or may not help you. But I know oftentimes that I hear from other people that I've talked to, that I've spoken with, and including myself, when you refer to the past, talking about the past, they talk about how they're traumatized, and this has traumatized me, and I just can't get over it. And believe me, I'm not being insensitive to any traumatic experience of the past. I understand that. Believe me, I believe that we've all experienced, some things, from the past that were very traumatic, and we all know that those things influence us. They have a bearing on who we are, our mindset, and they're very, powerful, our experiences that we encounter. So believe me, I'm not being insensitive, but what I am relaying to you is that we still have to take responsibility for where we are now, and for ourselves, and for our mindsets, and for our well-being, and figure out how to neutralize the effects of those negative emotions, or what those past feelings and thoughts bring us. And there is a way, no matter what traumatic experiences or not, we still have to find a way to get past that and to move on. And I know there's oftentimes that we also have probably told ourselves that, this person has done this to me in the past, or, mother, father, the way we were brought up, this is why I'm like this. And I do totally understand that, and no disrespect to anyone's upbringing, including my own, but that reminds me, just like Bruce Lee said, take what is useful, and disregard what is not, which to me means there's always a lesson in whatever we encountered in our lives. And I know it can be a hard pill to swallow, especially for myself, when you say that everything that we've been through, we were supposed to go through to be who we are today. Now that can be difficult a concept to grasp, to say, what you mean that all this trauma that I went through, all this I was supposed to go through to be who I am today, and it made me who I am today. Yes, it is. And that's something I'm still coming to grips with. That, when I think about certain things, I'm like, wait a minute, I would have rather avoided that. But at the same time, you had to go through those things so that you will become more aware, more enlightened, more humble, knowledgeable, resilient. It's creating you, and I believe in that saying also. They say, I don't know who actually said it, but it says, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Now, a lot of times we have a hard time, grasping that concept as well. But nonetheless, I found that to be the truth. And Debbie, how you doing? And Narelle G from Sydney, Australia. Nice to see you. But I'll get back into what I was saying is, we have to learn nonetheless to use those weaknesses, those past adversities as our strengths. And like Ralph Waldo Emerson said, our strength grows out of our weaknesses. And I firmly believe that. I'm starting to finally get it, like, yes. And I've been one, even I've heard a lot of people, and even myself, I've been one to say, what this person did to me, I can't get over that, and that's why I'm failing here, is because this is how my mom, instilled me to be. This is how my father, what he did to me. I understand that. But what you need to realize, what we all need to realize, is that no matter what that someone has done to us, whether we receive a apology or any reconciliation, whether we receive that or not, we have to move on and salvage some kind of a life, a successful life, a positive life out of whatever we have been through. It's our responsibility because it's our life. It's not theirs. What people have done to us and what situations have happened to us, whatever. It's happened. It's gone. And, even still, what we feel people are doing to us, it's still not their responsibility to salvage, to create a life for us. We have to do that. So we got to figure out some kind of way to create a life out of all the tragedy, the adversity, what we perceive as negative. We have to do that. It's our responsibility. And the first step in doing that is, yes, acknowledging that this happened. Acknowledging that, yes, this did happen. And I'll share with you a formula. I don't really want to say a formula, but what I've come to do, what I do to help neutralize and offset those negative thoughts and those negative feelings of the past, and any thoughts that I get. The first thing that I do that is really helping me, with thoughts of the past and just thoughts that are really not uplifting to me, is I acknowledge that it's there. Now, we've all been told that whatever you feed energy to, it grows. But hear me out. So I acknowledge that the thought is there, and I act as if I'm the watcher of that thought. Like, I see you, thought, I see you over there. I'm letting it know that I see you over there, and I know what you're trying to do. But this is where it changes. Instead of being a servant to that debilitating negative thought of the past, I'm making it my servant, which I'm seeking the lessons within that. So I'm looking at it saying, I see you, and I'm going to suck all the lessons out of you that I learned from what I went through, and I'm going to apply it to me in my life now. So in essence, you are making me stronger. That's exactly what you're doing. So every time you show up, negative thought, I'm going to suck you dry from all the information that I can get out of you to help me. that's going to help me to empower me. It's going to make me stronger every time you show up in my mind. And then I'm going to turn my back on you. This is the thought here. I'm going to turn my back on you, and I'm going to start thinking of those lessons that I've learned, and start, what I do is I start saying affirmations to myself, like, you know, I'm successful. My body, the cells of my body are regenerating. I'm getting stronger every day, and just telling myself just uplifting things. And I might have to do that for a half hour. Now, I know that you might be in a place where you can't say that out loud. Otherwise, you might be taken to the crazy hospital. And I even had, you know, people catch me. Hey, Loot, are you all right? And I said, hey, I'm just doing a mindset, you know, change right now. Just, you know, don't mind me. But, you know, do that in your mind. You know, start affirming positive things to yourself, and just let that thought, that negative thought, that crippling thought about the past or whatever it is, just let it sit there by itself after you've already acknowledged that it's there, taking the lessons out of it, and just start focusing on right now, focusing on building yourself up and telling yourself what it is right now that you are, not what you're going to be, but what you are. Now, I talked about that in some prior lives, and you'll hear me say a lot of that in the music that I create. But you can neutralize that, and I found that after doing this, you might have to do it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But do it as many times as it takes. And I found that after, you know, doing this over and over again, seeking that lesson, acknowledging that, observing that thought, observing that feeling, and getting that lesson out of it, and turning and building myself up with positive words and affirmations, and just repeating it to myself. I even repeat what I've heard from Bob Proctor. I am happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Things like that. You know, I repeat that to me, and just then you'll notice that you're not even thinking about that thought again. And then when it does, over a period of time, when it does happen again, it'll be more watered down. You'll notice that it'll be more watered down. It won't be as potent as before. You just keep doing that. It's basically you're retraining your mindset to think about the present, and to think about the good, and to think about the lessons, and to think about just everything that is supportive of your inner peace versus what is debilitating and crippling to you. You have to purposely do that. We can change our mindset from what we were influenced by. We can purposely do that. That's what I have read in a lot of books. And I shared a book last week, and I'm just finding, you know, just miracle after miracle, and that's The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I shared that last week, and it affirms exactly what I'm telling you right now. And also, if you want to look up a man by the name of Greg Braden, he talks about a lot of how we can change our mindsets and heal our bodies through our minds. And proven, you know, he's traveled the world to a lot of countries and talked to a lot of people, and witnessed people healing themselves and preventing certain things from happening in areas where something is prevalent because of what they're telling themselves and what they're programming into their minds. So, you know, look up Greg Braden. He also has a book that I read, and it was The Power, I think, of healing beliefs. I might not be totally right, spot on, but it's something about healing beliefs by Greg Braden. But you can also look him up on YouTube and watch a lot of his videos on there, and a lot of them are quite amazing. But Tony Doyle, what's up, man? I am grateful for the knowledge of the God within divine abundance flows to me easily. That's right. And that's why you are who you are, man. And that's why you encouraging people, Tony Doyle, man, building people up and just enlightening people and just me and inspiring me. And man, I want to thank you for that, Tony. Colette, I want to thank you too, man. I'm doing, man, I said, man, forgive me, ma'am. I'm doing my tapping right now. And I'm feeling it, Colette. I'm feeling it. So, yes, we can neutralize that. And I would like to share a quote from Mr. Eckhart Tolle. And it says, people don't realize that now is all there is all there ever is. There is no past or future except as memory or anticipation in the mind. And then if you think about that, that's really strong, because the past is not happening anymore. It no longer can hurt you. It's just, you're just rerunning it in your mind. So, it's your thoughts. And like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive to the fact that things can traumatize us. I understand this. I understand things have a bearing on what we've been around, what has happened. There are traumatic experiences, and I do believe that. I'm not trying to be insensitive to that. I understand. But at the same time, it is our responsibility to find a way out of that, to find a way to neutralize those effects of those traumas, and to like I said, salvage a life out of whatever we've been through and become stronger and see those lessons and just grow. And you got to do whatever you have to do. Cry it out, seek help, seek counseling, talk to yourself, talk to other people, whatever it is, you got to do it. And change your mindset. You can change your mindset from the mindset that you had a year ago if you consciously do it. Just like me, I can tell you right now, I'm a lot more conscious about programs I watch on television. I catch myself, and I'm a lot more conscious and aware of the words that I say, especially when I'm, self-talking. When everybody talks to themselves, I'm a lot more aware of the conversations I engage in. I'm a lot more aware of what I allow to come into these ears, which soaks into your subconscious mind. So just making subtle changes like that, you're heading in the right direction. Everything is not going to happen overnight, or it could. I'm not going to say anything is, impossible. I'm not going to say that. I'm saying for me, it's taking some time, but I can see major progress, amazing progress as to how I feel, and to how into how these thoughts that are undesired affect me. I can almost, a lot of these thoughts that come, I can almost sit back and sort of laugh and say, yeah, you're there. I see you. Bye. As I refocus myself. And like I've shared a quote from Brenda Pritchard, none of us is shackled to our past or environment. And I believe that to be true. I really do. And with that being said, I'm ready to share with you of one of my songs entitled Leave the Past Behind. See if I can find that. Brianna, how are you? This is so helpful. I am going through this right now. I'm glad that this is helpful. Yeah, this is helping me too. Just affirming these words and just talking about it is therapeutic for myself too. I'm not just sitting here, preaching to people like I've overcome everything and now I'm preaching, to you. It's something that I am encountering myself. Things that I'm encountering myself. It's like I heard once, it's like inspiring yourself. It's like keeping clean. You have to do that every day. You have to take a shower every day to keep clean, right? So you have to inspire yourself every day. You have to keep going over it every day, to keep that right mindset. You can't just do it one day and say, okay, I'm good for the rest of my life. I read this positive book and I'm enlightened. I'm there already. Nope. It's not the way it works. Nanette Phillips, 3 positive thoughts or images can reverse the flow of our neurotransmitters when in a moment of distress, but it takes practice. The flow is easy if you allow it. Exactly. Very powerful. Thank you. All right. So this song that I'm going to play for you, it's called Leaving, is entitled Leaving. I think my phone fell to the side a little bit. Let me fix it. It's entitled Leaving the Past Behind by Loot Bryon, yours truly, Loot Bryon Smith.
You won't live a victorious life if you're always reliving what didn't work out, who hurt you, the mistakes you've made. The reason it's called the past is because it's over.
I know what happened in the past made me who I am, built to last. But if I had a chance, would I change it? No. Would I live the same life or rearrange it? No. Sometimes it's hard not to compare my life to someone else's. Is it really fair to look at you and say that you're blessed, then look at me and say I'm useless? We all stress, we each have many tests, but that don't mean that I have more and you have any less. Some are penniless and some have lots of cash, yet how so many think lead them nowhere fast. My consciousness is expanding daily. I'm learning how to think. Some may think I'm crazy, but I am me, and you are you. So to thy own self, make sure it be true. I'm moving forward, no more looking back. I'm living in the present, this is where I'm at. So when the past comes knocking, it will have to wait, because I know it has nothing new to say. I'm moving forward, no more looking back. I'm living in the present, this is where I'm at. So when the past comes knocking, it will have to wait, because I know it has nothing new to say. I know it has nothing new to say. I'm listening to Paul Santese. I read a different book almost every day. I just watch Bob Proctor, everything's okay. I could say that wasn't me, but it was, so what? Now look at me. I no longer do the things I used to do. I have grown through my experiences. It's true, they say you teach best what you need to learn. You headed to a dead end, just turn and go the other way. It's not too late. I'm here to let you know you control your fate. The universe gave you this power. Every second, every minute, every waking hour feels like a shower. Blessings rain on me. Please, God, give me strength. Take this pain from me. I'm moving forward, no more looking back. I'm living in the present, this is where I'm at. So when the past comes knocking, it will have to wait, because I know it has nothing new to say. I'm moving forward, no more looking back. I'm living in the present, this is where I'm at. So when the past comes knocking, it will have to wait, because I know it has nothing new to say. Old habits I now replace with new. Supportive of me and help to pull me through. If I should slip up, I will get back up. Dust myself off and look up. Move forward, forgive myself. My thoughts, my feelings, my word is health. I think of wealth, success and peace. What doesn't help me, I now release. I am reaching towards my higher self, a better me towards my inner wealth. I am growing, I am learning. Look in the sky, the world is turning. I'm on a journey, I can see the path. Me plus the universe, you do the math. Anything is possible, now I know. Through all aspects of life, now I grow. I'm moving forward, no more looking back. I'm living in the present, this is where I'm at. So when the past comes knocking, it won't have to wait, because I know it has nothing new to say. I'm moving forward, no more looking back. I'm living in the present, this is where I'm at. So when the past comes knocking, it won't have to wait, because I know it has nothing new to say.
Thank you. I hope you all were able to hear that. Could you hear that? Okay. Did you hear the lyrics all right? I hope so. I needed that. Thank you so very much. B. Sibula. I hope I said that right. Yes, thank you. But yes, we can all learn to use the experience of the past as actually, propelling us forward as weapons. I don't really like to use the word weapons, but yes, our tools to propel ourselves. I like to compare it to like the wind. When you're walking against the wind, it's hard when you're resisting. But maybe if you turn around and let the wind propel you to where you really need to go, and that's how I view these thoughts of the past. I don't resist them. I realize that they're there, but I use them as tools to grow, and I absorb all the lessons and then redirect my thoughts, and they seem to dissipate and become less potent each and every time that they arrive. That was awesome. Bronwyn. Thank you, man. Or ma'am. I don't know, Bronwyn. Thank you. That was awesome. Okay. Jill, knowledge this month. Thank you, Loot. I appreciate that. With that being said, I have one more song that I want to share with you that's also about neutralizing and letting go of the past. And then I'll leave it open to a few questions if you have any questions, or just want to say something you want me to just read, live. Please feel free to do so. And please feel free to share this if you know anyone else that might, gain something from this or need this. Please feel free to share it. This song is entitled Let It Go, and it's off of my latest project entitled Luminosity. Let it go. Okay, Colette. I hear you.
Just move on, just let go, just don't stop. Okay to go slow. Every step I don't have to know. The universe will put me in the flow. You can try to offend me, I won't break. Why would you try to bend me? I bounce back, even better. More wisdom, more clever, more strength, more peace. All the drama of the world I release. No, there is no jealousy. My life, your life, no envy. I admire. That's my style. Congratulations. Then I smile. Then I use that to motivate me. Focus on my goals, be all that I can be. Are you stuck in the past? Let it go. You still thinking about that? Let it go. Are you full of resentment and anger? It's only hurting you. Are you stuck in the past? Let it go. You still thinking about that? Let it go. Are you full of resentment and anger? It's only hurting you. So it didn't work out exactly how I planned it. Now I understand it. so I take responsibility. I'm in the now like Eckhart Tolle. I realize that everything that happened is something that I did that made it happen. There is a lesson before there's a blessing. Even through illness, you can find stillness. Don't place blame. Look from within. Find inner peace. Be your own friend. Don't give my energy to those that point. And look for my faults. Keep my mind on point. And focus on me. They can go away. I choose silence is all I gotta say. Release bad thoughts. I forgive you. Mistake over there, cause you and I, we're through. Woo. Are you stuck in the past? Let it go. You still thinking about that? Let it go. Are you full of resentment and anger? It's only hurting you. Are you stuck in the past? Let it go. You still thinking about that? Let it go. Are you full of resentment and anger? It's only hurting you. We don't have to agree, nope. To learn something from each other, you'll see. Let's talk. Dialogue. Shed light so we can see through the fog. No offense, none taken. I think different now that I'm awakened. Reprogram my mindset. I'm patient. I know it's not time yet. Let it flow. Everything comes together. Could the universe be wrong? Never. Serendipity, coincidences. 333 brings peace to my senses. I know a higher power is giving me signs. Let go of stress. Relax the mind. Let go of fear and anxiety. Gravitate to certainty and propriety. Are you stuck in the past? Let it go. You still thinking about that? Let it go. Are you full of resentment and anger? It's only hurting you. Are you stuck in the past? Let it go. You still thinking about that? Let it go. Are you full of resentment and anger? It's only hurting you.
Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed that. Cindy Page, thank you. Dope lyrics. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Your music is amazing, Brianna. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really good, Colette. Thank you. Next time I write a song and I'm recording it, I'm gonna do some tapping while I'm doing it. I think it'll come out that much better. I know what to do now. Thank you. But I also would like to share with you a book. Now, again, I said this probably is going to come out backwards to you because I have my phone on selfie mode. But I'm sure a lot of you may be familiar with this book. But this book has helped me a lot with redirecting my thoughts and getting over and neutralizing those those thoughts of the past. And it's by Eckhart Tolle, and it's entitled The Power of Now. Very powerful book. Eckhart Tolle is an amazing author, amazing man, and he's just tapped in, he's dialed in, and he's just really helped me. This book, when I first started reading it, I didn't quite understand it, but it took a while after I read it for the information to really soak in, and then I started getting it. I was like, wow. Because at first I was, well, what do you mean just focus on now, mindfulness, and all we have is now? And what do you mean? I mean, part of my makeup is what I've been through in the past and thinking about the future, and I just didn't get it at that time. So, but now I can really appreciate this book. Matter of fact, I plan on reading it again as soon as I get a chance. I have a few other books to read first, but I want to get back into this book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And if you have any questions or comments before I go, let me know. Little Rosie, I think we are all tapping stuff out. That's right, Cindy Page. Love his books, but haven't read that one yet. Yeah, I highly recommend that book, The Power of Now. I just ordered another book from him. I forgot what it's called. I can't think of the title now, but a lot of people, can somebody help me out? It's another one of his popular books, but you know, I just ordered it, and I have it on my shelf, but I haven't read it yet. By Eckhart Tolle. Jill, Young Love. Love the name, Young Love. Love how the message comes through when we are ready. Exactly. You know, I believe that, we can only, and even speaking of the past, that you know, what we often say to ourselves, what this person has done to us. You know, a lot of times it's just that people, they can only relate to us at their level of consciousness, just the same as we can only receive certain things at our current level of consciousness when we're not ready. So people are acting out and saying words that from their current level, you know, of consciousness of everything, you know, their influences and the information that they have had access to, or and you know, their own thoughts, and you know, and when they're ready to grow and get it, then they change. And I can honestly say that's the truth, because I'm a lot different, and my mindset is a lot different than what it was even a year ago, 2 years ago, or 6 months ago. And it's constantly evolving and growing. And I believe it's because I'm open to that. I'm not just closed and think that I know it all and think I found the information and this is it. You know, yes, I find great information, but I want to know more. I want to grow, because I feel like that if we're not growing, then we're dying if we're just remaining stagnant. So, you know, even some of the songs that I create, you know, some of the concepts that I've mentioned in the songs, I might not feel exactly the same way. You know, when I create something new, it's because I'm evolving, I'm growing. So, you know, my music is going to reflect that growth and that change. You know, because I've had people tell me, hey, Loot, you made this song 2 years ago, or 6 months ago, or whatever, 3 years ago, that said this, and that's not right. Well, that was right to me at that time. So, you know, but I appreciate them, you know, for pointing that out and for helping me grow. A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Thanks, Karina Sosa Smith. That's right. That's the book, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I look forward to reading that. I know if it's anything even remotely like The Power of Now, I know it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. So, thank you. And Debbie, thank you. A New Earth. Exactly. Debbie O'Neill, thank you. Colette, mine too. Thank goodness for neuroplasticity. Cindy Page, order the book. I have 5 books ahead of it. I know exactly how you feel. I mean, you know, you can never get enough of I enjoy reading so much now, and I can say that, you know, a few years ago that I was nothing like that. Now it's just I can't wait to get back to learning things. And one of my favorite quotes that I made myself is study those who have achieved and are achieving what you desire to achieve. And I believe by reading, you know, books such as The Power of Now, that's exactly what I'm doing. So, Karina Sosa, I believe he has a few. You are welcome to him. Oh, YouTube or iTunes. Thank you, Karina. Yes, you can find me on YouTube. You can go to my channel. You can find me in Loot Bryon Smith or Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. I shared my YouTube link on this live. You can go to it. And also my public figure page. And also you can find me on iTunes and all the other, most of the other music streaming services. And look up and listen to samples of the albums that I've created. And also, again, YouTube. You can listen to a lot of music that I haven't put on albums. That are, again, they're songs that are intended, the lyrics to give you some good, you know, substance for your mind, some good food for your mind and your spirit, and build you up and just help you to reprogram your mindset. We are all students, Karina Sosa. That's right. As I teach, I learn. As I learn, I teach. And I don't even like to use the word teach so much. I like to use the word share. You know, what did you miss, Sheb? You missed a lot. You're going to have to start all over. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So I just want to thank everyone for sharing this moment with me. And I'll see you next Thursday, same time. Thank you. I appreciate it.